Hi, I'm Amber.
And I'm Tiara.
Let's find out how our culture shapes our teaching. My most dominant family history traces back to Germany. And while I was born in La Mesa, I spent most of my childhood growing up in Poway. Just like everyone else, we were a typical white middle-class family that valued education. My brothers and I were expected to do well in school, both academically and behaviorally. Some of my key triggers include when students do not give their full attention to the teacher, especially when specifically asked for it. A second is when students look away when they're being talked to by either another student or an adult. And third, when students refuse to provide an answer by either staring blankly or saying, "I don't know."
Growing up in a mixed-race household in Spring Valley, I had the chance to experience a variety of different types of people. My parents are both educated, and growing up told us education is very important and can be a different pathway for all of us. In my family, respect was central for all of our relationships. After reading Chapter 4, I was able to identify 3 of my key triggers. The first one is students not using manners, like saying please and thank you. The second is students misbehaving, and when you ask them about the behavior, they say they don't know why they did the things they did. And the third one is students saying they can't do something before they even try.
The points of connection that I used with my focus student were selective vulnerability, when I shared a time with him that I also struggled in school, competence, when I was able to effectively help him with his math, and familiarity, which I demonstrated by seeing him before school, after school, and at lunch just to check in with him.
The focus student I chose for the project's name is Kevin. The points of connection that I used to connect with him were selective vulnerability, which I talked about my attention issues and his and how we both use a similar strategy to solve them, familiarity, when I went to go see him play baseball after school, and similarity of interest, when we talked about our favorite band together. Next, we talk about the relation to culturally responsive teaching. We talked about affirmation and listening. It's important to let the students know that you care about them and listen to what they're saying, not just hear what they're saying. Students are more willing to work for people that they like, and it's important to create this relationship by showing them that you care. The next thing we talked about was building trust and helping students believe in themselves and how important it is to have that in your classroom.
In comparing the two of us together, we found some similarities and differences. One of the most prominent similarities we found was our dedication to ensuring that students are heard. One of the differences we noticed was in the connections we make with students. I base connections on content, while Tiara takes a more personal approach.